Okay, so we've got whatever we need for our practice today. You've got whatever props necessary. If you're using blocks, straps, yes, you will want a strap for probably later on when we get down on the floor. We might use the strap to stretch our legs a little bit. And then if you need pillows or blankets or whatever you need, and then maybe your eye pillow for final relaxation when we get there at the very end. So just grabbing all of the things that you need for your practice today and bringing ourselves to the center of our chair or the front center of your chair, but trying not to use the back of the chair yet. If you have to, if that's not an option for you, if you've got back issues or if you've got health issues that you need the support of the back chair, always feel free to use that. Otherwise, let's try and take ourselves to the center or front center of the chair so that we are engaging our core just automatically today. So sitting ourselves up nice and tall, our feet are grounding into the floor, rooting into the floor, whatever's beneath you, the mat. Maybe you've got concrete, wood, carpet, whatever you've got beneath you. So just rooting those feet into the floor, sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through our spine. And let's begin by rolling those shoulders back. So you can take those shoulder rolls as big as feels good for you, or maybe they're very small, just whatever is working for you. Remembering that this is your practice. You are listening to your body today. Every day is different. Maybe you're like, well, last week I could do this, but today I can't go as far, or today I can go like a bazillion times further. Every day is different. Listen to your body. It's your practice, and listen to where your body is letting you go today. Let's go ahead and take those shoulders, and now we're going to roll them forward. So rolling that forward. And again, if any of these movements are not available to you, maybe your flexibility, mobility, maybe you've got an injury, maybe you've got an illness, then do what works best for you, but allows you to still breathe and still have a little bit of movement. That is the key. All right, sitting ourselves up tall, crunch those shoulders up to the ears, and then release that down. Go ahead and crunch that up again. And you can slowly release, or I like to be dramatic. Oh, and release that. And then you can crunch that up one more time. And then I'm going to slowly release it down. Oh, yeah. All right, let's drop our chin towards our chest. Maybe your arms are dangling by your side still, or maybe hands are on thighs. Good, lifting that head to center and taking our eyes to the ceiling. Nice, let's drop that chin back to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Good, head to neutral, look to the right. Think about our chin going over towards that shoulder. And then looking to the left. Good, to the right again. And then to the left. And to the right. And to the left. Head back to center. Drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. It's really hard for me to have my arms hanging here, but it's good. It's a good thing. Lift that head center because I'm usually rested right here. It's good for me to do that for today. And let's take our left ear to left shoulder now. They just feel like they're out in space. Bring that head back to center. Drop our right ear back towards that right shoulder again. And then left ear towards left shoulder again. And let's do some neck half circles here. So let's drop our chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest. And left ear to left shoulder. And because I do have my arms hanging off to the side, I am feeling this. It's a deeper stretch. I'm feeling it even more way down into my shoulders. Ooh, good. Just taking this from side to side. And it's front half circles. So we're not circling that head backwards. We're just doing that front part. That tends to keep the neck safer. Less injury that way. Good, just these nice front half circles here. Good, let's drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head up to center, roll the shoulders back, roll that forward. Let's sun breath here. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Good, inhale and lift this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. This time as we exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us or reach for the back of the chair or reach for the seat of the chair. You've got a lot of options when we use our chair for our chair yoga. A lot of places to grab or use as leverage for when we do these stretching poses, these opening poses. So we've got this chest opener right here. You're either clasping those hands or you're holding onto the chair or the seat of the chair. Or if your shoulders are super duper tight, feel free to be using your strap right now too. You can hold on to that strap. Let's look to the right and look to the left. Head to center, drop our chin to chest and eyes to sky. And back to neutral. Release those arms, shake that out. Good, inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our right hand to the right side of our chair. Reach this over. So just a nice side bend here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good, inhale and lift. As we exhale, let's drop our left hand to the left side of the chair. Reach this over. Oh, nice side lean right here. Let's breathe it. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale and sweep both those arms up. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep. As we exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us again, or holding onto the back of the chair or the seat of the chair or your strap. Got our arms behind us again. Let's look to the left and look to the right. Head back to center, drop our chin to chest and eyes to sky. And that head comes back to neutral. Good. Shake that out. Shake those arms out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Inhale and lift this up. Let's lengthen up through our arms. We're going to exhale here, keeping our arms lifted. We're lengthening up through our fingers. Let's clasp our hands here at the top. Press our palms towards the ceiling. Lengthen up through our arms, through our torso, through that rib cage, making space for those lungs. Let's do some deep breathing here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. And one more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. And maybe your shoulders are burning a little bit, and that is okay, very normal. Let's keep those fingers lifted towards the sky. Let's walk our legs over to the right side of the chair. Take our hands to the top of the back of the seat of the chair, and let's use that seat of the chair, back of the chair, as leverage for one of my favorite spinal twists right here. Oh my goodness. For this seated spinal twist, using the back of the chair to leverage that low back. Maybe you're going comfortably uncomfortable today. Let's breathe it here. 2 deep breaths. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale. Oh, and exhale it out. Good. Reach those arms back up. Lengthen back up through those fingertips. Let's walk our legs over to the left. So now to the left, hands to the back of the seat of the chair. Use that leverage to twist on the other side. Oh, that feels good. Let's go 2 deep breaths here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And big deep breath. And exhale it out. Good. Reach those arms back up. Very nice. back to the center of the chair. The legs are back to the front of the chair. Let's take those arms out in front of us. Stop hands. So we've got those stop, fingers pointed down, fingers pointed up, fingers pointed down, fingers pointed up, fingers pointed down, fingers pointed up. Rotate our wrists. Rotate the other way. Good, let's open those arms so we see our arms out of our peripheral vision. Palms facing up, make some fists, roll those knuckles in. Man, those forearms, that's a good stretch right there for those hands and forearms. Exaggerated bicep curl, so over exaggerate that bicep curl. Maybe your thumbs can get to your shoulders, maybe not. We've got this nice bicep curl here. Seated cat and cow. Let's open this up, arching that back, and then let's round this. Maybe those elbows to come together, or maybe not. Let's inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. Exhale and round. Inhale and open. And exhale and round. And let's bring that spine back to neutral, opening that up, opening those arms up, palms facing down, keep our arms out. Let's do a little bit of a kind of a Pilates move here. We're just going to flap our arms, flap our wings, but we're making it very short. So we're not doing big flaps, just little short flaps right here. Just taking that, and then we're going to circle this forward. So waking up those shoulders a little bit more and circling it back again. Make sure too, you can still see those out of your peripheral vision. We don't want the arms way back here. But right here, focusing more on the shoulders. Yes. And circle it the other way again. And one more time, other way. Yeah. And then release that down. Woo, that's good. Roll those shoulders back. Give yourself a big hug, right over left. Fingers towards the spine. And then open that up, left over right. Big hug the other way. Good. And then open that up. Inhale and sweep this up here. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And let's go into our seated sun salutation. So place blocks where you want them if you're using blocks for these seated sun salutations for support. Let's inhale and sweep this up nice and big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. So I like using the blocks here because I like this length. You can also, if you don't have blocks, you can be having hands on shins or ankles or fingers on the floor. I like using the blocks. Give me more lengthening in my arms. So we've got nice long arms, a nice long spine, nice lengthened spine, tailbone towards the seat of the chair, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Let's release this back into that forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through this again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold this here. Let's press our right hand into that right block. Let's twist that left arm open. Going wherever your left arm is letting you go. If it's out to the side, if it's a little bit down, or if your hand is to your lowest rib, wherever that mobility is letting you go today. We're breathing in this seated spinal twist. The seated spinal twist, that title covers a lot of things. We do a lot of different seated spinal twists, and it's so beneficial for that core, for the back, for the low back, mid back, upper back, for those glutes. Good. Release this and relax. Relax that upper body. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Let's go the other side. So left hand's going to press into that block. Right arm going to lift open. And try and do the same lift, that twist open that you did on the other side, this side too. So if your arm, if you find that you had more flexibility on the other side or less flexibility on the other side, try and go to that same place. Even though this side may be like wanting to open all the way, until your other side can meet it, take it to where it's kind of like a brain, it's a brain thing. You got to think about, oh, okay, so I have to hold this here, so that can be even harder. Good, go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen, and exhale, release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here again. Right hand presses back into that right block. Let's lift that left arm. And nice deep breathing here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale. And inhale. And then exhale as we release that into that seated forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Press our left hand. Twist that right arm open. And breathe. Breathe it deep. Inhale here. And exhale it out. And inhale. And as we exhale, let's release that into that seated forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, our hands to heart. Good. Sit ourselves up nice and tall. Let's inhale it here. As we exhale, we are hinging at the hips and we are going to twist to the left. That right elbow, right tricep, trying to get over towards that left thigh. Trying not to get onto the knee, but we want to stay on the thigh. So we don't want to be putting any pressure on the knee joint. We've got ourselves in another seated spinal twist. Different one. And we've got those hands pressed together and breathe. Breathing deeply. Ooh, feeling this in the back rib cage. Very nice. Bring yourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Sit ourselves up. Nice and tall. Inhale it here. As we exhale, let's hinge at the hips again and twist to the right this time. That left elbow, left tricep is trying to get over to that right thigh, not the knee, but that thigh. Woo! Yes, back rib cage, definitely feeling these twists today. Pressing those hands together and breathing it here, inhaling and exhaling. Or back rib cage, yes, latissimus dorsi. So those are your big back muscles. That's what I'm feeling is my lats. Good, let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. And then exhale, release that down. Very nice. All right, taking ourselves to our staff pose. You've got single leg staff pose or double leg, wherever you're at in your practice. Let's lengthen through those legs, flex through our feet, reach up through our arms. So one of the most difficult poses right here, we're getting right into it. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, let's release those arms down. You can grab the seat of the chair, have your hands to thighs, or wherever it feels most comfortable for you. We've got those feet flexed. We're going to do hamstring curl, leg extension for 8. So we're going to curl this in, keep our feet super duper flexed, and extend. There's 8. Curl this in and extend. There's 7. Curl this in and extend. There's 6. Curl this in and extend. There's 5. Curl this in and extend. There's 4. Curl this in and extend, there's 3, curl this in, and extend, there's 2, curl this in, and extend. Let's hold this extension, point those toes, flex those feet, point those toes, flex those feet, point those toes, flex those feet, point those toes, and flex those feet. Good. Let's release our left leg, scoot ourselves forward. We're going to take our right ankle and place it onto that left shin. So you've got this tiny cross. The camera can't really get that, but you've got this tiny cross, just you're crossing your ankles. We're going to sit ourselves up tall and hinge this forward. So this is an extended piriformis stretch before we go into our other deeper hip flexor stretches that we're going to go into. So, but this is also getting that hamstring on that other leg. So on our left leg, we're getting a nice hamstring stretch. We're getting a bitty piriformis stretch right here over on that right leg. And then let's go ahead and bend this, and we're going to now bring our right ankle to our left thigh. And let's get a little bit of a deeper piriformis stretch. And right here, usually I'm always telling you to keep your shoulders down and back and not to round that back. Right here, this is the one time that you can round your back. This is the one time that you can get lazy with your posture, because you're just getting this initial stretch. Don't worry, we're going to stop being lazy with the posture in just a moment. But you can round your back here just for a second. And then let's sit this up. And now we're going to bring ourselves all the way to the back of the chair, against the back of the chair. You can keep that ankle at that thigh, or if you want to go even further, you can bring that ankle closer to your opposite hip flexor. We're going to sit ourselves up tall. And now that wonderful posture, straight back, is going to come into play. And let's just begin to hinge this here. Find that hinge before the rounding starts. So that's where we're going to go today when we add in that breath and movement. You're finding where maybe you're like, I get to right here and I start to feel nauseous. That can be one of the things with the hips and the hip flexors, all that stress. Or you're just like, nope, it won't go any further. It's like concrete just got poured in there. That's okay. We're keeping those shoulders back. Good. All right. We've got our back now against the back of the chair. We're going to add in that breath and movement. So let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, hinge it to that spot right before your shoulders start to round, and use that breath, use that exhale to help propel you forward. Let's inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Very nice. Good. Let's bring this back. Let's take that right heel to the left corner of the chair. So we go get ourselves into a nice half shoelace here. So we've got this half shoelace. Left arm is going to wrap around that right leg. Ha ha. Oh, and you're going to twist it to the right. Yes, feeling this in my glutes, in my hip, outer hip, IT band, glutes. Glutes especially today. Very much a glute stretch for me today. Sometimes this goes right into the back. Sometimes this is just the IT band stretch. Today, boy, feeling it in the glutes. Good, let's twist it the other way. Twisting it towards the left. Very nice. And let's bring this back to center. Give that a big hug. Good job, right leg. And release that. Shake that out. Scoot ourselves forward away from the back of the chair. Staff pose again. Lengthen up. Lengthen through those legs. Lengthen through those arms. We've got 3 breaths here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. And inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good, releasing that, grabbing wherever feels best for you, supportive, and let's curl it and extend it. So feet are flexed, curl this in and extend. There's 8, curl this in and extend. There's 7, curl this in and extend. There's 6, curl this in and extend. There's 5, curl this in and extend. There's 4, curl this in, and extend. There's 3, curl this in, and extend. There's 2, curl this in. Hold this extension. Good. Point our toes, flex our feet. Point our toes, flex our feet. Point our toes, flex our feet. Point our toes and flex our feet. Very nice. Let's release our right leg, scoot ourselves forward, and do that little cross of the ankle. So we've got that little bitty cross. Actually, that right leg's a little straighter than the left. Left knee is bent. And we're just hinging it forward here, getting that nice hamstring curl on the right. Little baby, tiniest piriformis stretch on the left. Right here. Good. And don't forget to breathe. I always, whenever you hear me say don't forget to breathe, it's because I forgot to breathe. So I'm reminding you and myself as well. Let's bend that knee, ankle goes to thigh. Whoa. And again, this is where you can have that horrible posture. Horrible. It can be absolutely horrendous, but it feels good. You've got that nice beginning of the piriformis stretch. And then we're going to add in our proper one. So let's go ahead and move ourselves to the back of the seat of the chair. You can move that leg a little bit closer in. Sit ourselves up tall. Find your hinge first. So let's go ahead and find that hinge. This side is tighter. Find that hinge before your shoulders start to round. So finding where that's at, and we'll add in that breath and movement in a moment. Good. All right. Sitting ourselves up tall against the back of the chair. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall. And exhale, hinge. Good, keeping those shoulders away from those ears. Yes, good posture here. Very nice. Good, and let's release that. Very good. All right, half shoelace. So let's take that left heel to the right corner of the chair. Let's wrap that right arm around. And we've got that nice outer hip stretch, IT band stretch, glute stretch. We are twisted to the left, breathing it here, inhaling and exhaling. And let's twist it to the other side. Oh, and breathe it here as well. Inhale and exhale it. Oh, so good. Bring this back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Good job, left leg. All right, let's take our left leg off to the side. Give our right leg the seat of the chair. And we're going to take ourselves, move this, yes, I move this. We're going to take ourselves into our supported crescent. So we've got that front knee nice and bent. We're going to take that back leg behind us. So back heel stays lifted, just like if we were doing a crescent, but we've got the support of the chair. I love using the chair for this supported crescent pose. So good, because you get a lot of different stretches and you can get a good calf stretch here too. Let's reach up through those arms and getting that nice front stretch all the way through those abs, all the way down into that groin, into that hip flexor, into that quadricep, back into that calf. So we have this wonderful, nice supported crescent right here. Very good. Let's take this right hand to the right side of the chair, reach this over. And it's more of a front lateral stretch here. So now you get even more of an ab stretch right up through here and that groin area, that hip flexor. Good. And then let's just windmill those arms right to the waist, or that front hand can be right on that thigh, and we are twisted to the side. Maybe you're looking straight to the side. Maybe you want to look back behind you. Maybe your neck is letting you look behind you today, or maybe you're looking back at your calf or your heel. whatever feels best for you in this nice twisted position right here, and breathing it deep. Good, let's bring this back to center. Now we're gonna take this leg up, giving that whole right leg the seat of the chair, taking our left leg off to the side. And that ankle is neutral, so toe can be to the front or off to the side, whatever feels best for you. Center right here, so very similar to our gate pose, lengthening up through this. And now we get more of that lateral stretch. We did more of the front lateral, now we're doing side lateral. So let's take that right arm down again, reach this over. Oh, and now we get, more of that side stretch all the way through the side of the body, reaching through that from our fingertips all the way down to the furthest. My furthest point today are my toes. Sometimes my furthest point is my heel, just depending on how I want to work my ankle. Today, I'm having my toes go out. Good, let's windmill that arm to the thigh, reach that other arm over. And breathe. That's the beauty of yoga, of this practice, is there are so many different nuances to the way that we hold our body and the way that we can move our body and change just the slight movement, and it makes it a totally different thing working on a different part. So I'm working on more of my flexibility rather than my ankle mobility today. I'm working on, because my toes are pointed that way. Good, release that, and let's go ahead and turn and face towards the seat of the chair. Taking that back leg, very similar to that crescent. We've got that heel lifted. Ooh, nice front stretch here. Reaching up through those arms. Very nice. We've got this pigeon, supported pigeon. Love this for the hip and the hip flexor. Good, let's take this into a forward fold. So you're either on those hands, on those elbows, or folding all the way forward. I like to use the support of a block and go a little bit more forward. And breathe it here. Very good. Oh, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and lift those arms up. We're reaching up through that. And then release that down. Let's take the leg off to the side and find our warrior, proud warrior legs. So our warrior two legs. Got that front knee bent, back leg is nice and straight, reaching out through our arms. We've got our warrior two arms, warrior two legs. Face is relaxed. Everything else is strong and working here. Good. So nice proud warrior. Let's drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Or reverse warrior. And breathe it here. Very good. Nice. Oh. And then let's take this into our side angle pose. So taking that arm right there to the thigh. You think about, oh, I want to take my arm to my thigh, and so I'm going to put on my weight here. Think about centered weight still, barely putting any weight here. That arm is just kind of barely resting. Other arm is over. So that means that your legs and your core are doing a lot of work here, a lot of invisible work. You think, oh, I could just put it all into that arm. No, you should be able to lift that arm up and move that. So invisible work right here, core work, oh, leg work. Good, bringing that back up, back into that proud warrior. Face is relaxed and breathe. Good, and release that. Very nice. Good job. Okay, let's bring ourselves over to the right side of the chair. Left leg is given that chair. Let's take that right leg behind us. So let's find our crescent on the other side. Feels good to release that hip right there. Let's reach up through this into this wonderful supported crescent pose. Back heel is lifted, back leg is long and strong. Front knee is bent. Oh, that feels good. Let's drop this left arm down, reach this over. We get that front lateral stretch right there through the abs, down into that groin, down into that hip flexor, down into that quadricep, that front thigh, back into that calf. Reaching that over. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and twist this. So hands go to hips, or that front hand can go to the thigh. Back hand is on that hip. Like I said, I don't know, for some reason, every time I do this, I think of like Rose Bowl parade, like cheerleaders or whatever, drill team people. This is like a drill team move, but breathe it here. Always Rose Bowl comes up in my mind, Rose Bowl parade. Maybe because our posture's so good here and we're just in that really proud twist. Maybe you're looking back at that heel. Good. Ooh. Very nice. Bring us back to center. And I don't watch the Rose Bowl a lot. Good. Go ahead and bring Rose Bowl parade. Bring that leg up onto the chair. Left leg is on the chair. Right leg is off to the side. So on the other side, I had my toes pointed out. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, even though my hip does not want me to. Yes, we are going to, because remember, we want that nice and equal on both sides so that we prevent injury. That's part of this, is trying to do the same thing on both sides of the body to prevent injury. Let's lengthen up through those arms. Reach up through that. Very good. Let's take that left hand, drop that down, reach this over. Nice lateral. This is a very lateral stretch here. Getting the side of that body. Let's take this windmill, that arm down, reach this over, other side. And breathe. If you're finding that you're holding your breath, then make sure to breathe even bigger and deeper. That means that there might be a lot of tension going on in your body, and that bigger, deeper breath is going to help release that tension. Move that tension out of the spaces of the body that's stuck in. Good, go ahead and release that. Let's turn this and go into that pigeon, supported pigeon. Back heel is lifted, leg is nice and long. Reach up through those arms. Let's lengthen up through that. Oh, so good. Maybe you've got that slight back bend going. And let's forward fold it here. So on the hands, on the elbows, or all the way forward. But whatever you did on the other side, do that same thing on this side. Again, we want that same amount of strength and flexibility on both sides of the body. We don't want to be overly strong on one side of the body over the other, because that will lead to injury. It will lead to differences. And breathe. So let's lift this up, reach up through this, lengthen up through that. Very nice, and then release that. Let's take this into our warriors on this other side. So left knee is nice and bent, right leg is nice and long and strong. Strong legs, strong torso, strong abs, strong chest, strong arms, strong neck, relaxed face. Right here, very strong in this proud warrior. Breathe it here. Let's take it to reverse warrior. So dropping that back arm, taking our palm up, peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Lengthening and breathing. And then we're going to take it into that strong side angle. Remember, we're barely putting any weight right there. Even though I know you want to. You want to put a lot of weight there. Don't do it. We want barely any weight there. We've got that other arm right there by that temple. That bicep is nice and close to the temple or the ear. Holding this here. This one is a super hard pose with the chair and without the chair. Just because, again, you should be able to move that arm because your core and your legs are the things that are holding you here. Good, let's bring this back up, proud warrior, and breathe. And release. Nice. All right. Wide-legged, seated, spinal twist, more spinal twists. Love it. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's go with our left hand first today. So let's take that left hand down to that block and twist open to the right. Oh, wide-legged, seated spinal twist. Love it. And breathe. And if you want to go wider with your legs, I'm not very wide today. My hips are kind of tight today. You go wider. Go as wide as you want, as wide as feels good for you for these hip openers and these spinal twists. Good, let's inhale and sweep this up. And let's take this to the other side. So right hand is step block, left arm is lifted open. And breathe. Good, inhale and sweep this up. And then release that. Very nice. Bring our legs together, our blocks where we want them, because we're going to start lifting our glutes up off of the chair. So let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over, seated forward fold. Hands around those blocks. Let's root our feet, Let's root our feet into the floor. Lift our glutes up off of the chair. So we've got our standing forward fold. Nice standing forward fold right here. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. So tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off of the seat of the chair. Inhale, flat back, look forward, tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in the chair. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off the chair. Inhale, flat back, look forward, tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat back in that chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off the chair, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat back into that chair. I bet you didn't know we were doing squats today, huh? Lift this up. These are squats. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off the chair, standing forward fold. Let's keep it right here. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Keep this here. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus those arms back. Cactusing that, imagining you can get those shoulder blades to touch. Ooh. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale and lift. And then let's release our arms to our sides. Very nice. Good. Let's go ahead and turn the chair around today. We're going to do a little bit of chest and armpit stretching with a modified downward facing dog. So we've got our hands on the back of the chair, walking our legs out. Modified downward facing dog. So just like this is getting those same muscles that if we were doing our down dog on the floor, we're getting the same muscles here, but with support. And maybe you can go a little bit deeper because you've got that support. And gravity is pulling this down even further. So maybe your chest is going down. You can let that back like arch as much as you want. This doesn't have to be a flat back. You can let that arch down. And this is good calf stretch too and hamstring stretch. So good here. Deep breath, inhale and exhale. Good, one more time. Big deep inhale and exhale. Good, let's bring this up. And let's go into, we did this on Thursday on the floor. We're gonna go into dancer, actual dancer. So let's go ahead and press our right foot into, or left foot presses into the floor. Let's reach our right hand for our right foot. So this is the beginning of our dancer. You can have just holding one foot, or if you are working on your balance today and you want to challenge, you can hold, you can have both of your hands holding, not both your feet, but holding one foot. And you can begin to hinge this forward and open this up. So you got the dancer here, or you are supported with that dancer. I think I'm gonna support today because that supported, I really want to get more of a stretch in my arm and in my hamstring and my leg. So you're making that hole right there, this nice hinged forward dancer. We've got that stretch on that straight leg that's on the ground, stretching that quadricep that's up. Oh, good. And then let's go and bring ourselves up. Let's bring this leg around and take this into a single-legged seated pose right there. More piriformis, please. And we've got it. And breathe, breathe it, breathe it. Inhaling and exhaling. And then let's release that. And one final thing for this side, we can move ourselves to the side. You can keep holding on to this chair. Let's move this into our tree pose. So remembering our tree pose, our heel isn't hanging out on our knee, but also kind of thinking, okay, on the other side, where can I go on the other side? I want to go to the same place on this side that I'm going to go on the other side. And again, maybe you're working on balance. Maybe balance isn't your thing today. Maybe you're just working on staying upright. So you can be holding on, you could be holding onto the wall, whatever you need to be doing today. We find ourselves in this nice tree pose. 2 more breaths here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good, and release that. Shake that out. Very nice. All right, dancer and all that other fun stuff that we just did on the other side. So right leg is going to press into the floor. Right foot is going to press into the floor. Left hand reaches for that left foot, or both hands for the foot. And let's stand ourselves up tall and begin to hinge ourselves forward. And we've got that nice dancer, nice opening right here, lengthening through that leg. Standing leg, I'm feeling it way on this side, way more my standing leg than on the other side. That's good though. That means that this hamstring and calf need more, like, yes, more work. Breathe. Good, let's slowly stand this up. And let's bring this around for that nice figure 4, piriformis stretch, single-legged seated pose. Oh, and breathe it here. Very good. And then let's change this. You're probably facing a different way, but we're going to change this into our tree pose. So remembering where you did your tree on the other side, the height that you did, I kept mine basically on my calf. And working on that breath and balance in this tree pose. And using whatever support you need to. And we've got 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale it. And exhale. And inhale it deeply. And exhale. Good. Shake that out. Very nice. You can turn that chair around. We're going to take ourselves down for our supported shoulder stand. So grab what you need for that. A block, and grab whatever you need for your final relaxation when we get there. You can also grab that strap. I don't know if we're gonna have time today, but maybe have that within reaching distance. So let's take our legs up onto the chair, up onto the seat of the chair, glutes nice and close. If you need support for your legs, then go ahead and feel free to scoot yourself up against a wall and have your legs up against the wall if you need support for those legs. So we've got our legs up on the chair. Let's go ahead and take that block or stiff pillows or stacks of books with a blanket over it underneath the sacrum. So underneath that low back, right in that belt area. So we've got that supported low back. Our palms are facing up, shoulders are rotated, open, chest is open. Let's take those legs and lift them up. And this is our supported shoulder stand, our inversion pose. And you can be still here. You could be pointing and flexing. You could be rotating your ankles. You could be working on lateral stretching. You could be working on lateral flexibility, letting those legs go off to the side. Just whatever feels best for you as you have your legs above your head and above your heart. So good for circulation. So good for that body, for that mind. I kind of like to have do some rotation with my ankles. But again, you can be in stillness here too. Whatever feels best for you, feels most supportive for you as we are practicing this today. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And if this isn't enough inversion for you, I know we're not going to be going very long today. You can always, once we're done with the practice today, you're like, hey, I need more of the legs above my head and above my heart. Then do it. These are fully, all of these poses are very safe for you to do like 100 more times if you want to today. If you need to, if you want to, if you're like, I just need to do more, I need to do more hip flexor stretches. Do it. Do whatever you need to do. These are all safe to do for like a lot of times. You're okay. Good. Let's go ahead and release one leg and release the other leg. Very nice. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto left thigh, and press that inner right thigh away. And release that. Let's switch sides. So take that left ankle to that right thigh. Press that inner left thigh away. Or take the left ankle to the outer right thigh. If I said the inner, no, outer. But we are pressing our inner left thigh away. Good, release that. And we can take that block out from underneath us. We can scoot that chair away. And now we're gonna move ourselves into final relaxation. So grabbing whatever you need for that, if you use pillows, blankets, an eye pillow, whatever you use for your final relaxation, a teddy bear, whatever you use, a dog, a cat, whatever you need for final relaxation, grab that. Let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room, reach through our arms towards the other end. If you've got that eye pillow, you can place that eye pillow over your eyes and just enjoy the heaviness and the darkness right there. Oh, it feels so good on the face. Reaching through that, lengthening through that, imagining somebody is pulling at your wrist, somebody else pulling at your ankles, adding a few inches to your height here. Few inches, just reach through that, lengthen through that. Inhale deeply here. And as we exhale, let's sink and settle. Let those feet just naturally fall open. Arms are open. Face is relaxed. So relax that face, that forehead, that scalp. Release that jaw. Just let that jaw become heavy. Oh, relax that face, that jaw, that neck, chest, arms. Arms are heavy. Rib cage is heavy. Belly is heavy. Legs are heavy. Whole body. Slowing everything down. Slowing that breathing down. Slowing those thoughts. If you got a lot of thoughts going on, maybe push them off to the side for just a few minutes. And then you can bring them back when we're done. But you have the safety and you are empowered to push those things away just for a few moments. So that maybe you can focus on that body completely relaxed. And still relaxing. Let's bend our knees and tuck that tailbone under. Nice flat back into the floor. And then let's drop both of our knees over to your most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side. And a few breaths here. And nice and slow. Let's begin to bring ourselves up to a seated pose that feels strong and supportive for you. Maybe you're back in your chair. Maybe you're sitting on a block like I am. I like to sit on the block and then I like to have the front of my feet stretched. That feels good. But let's lengthen up through our spine. Nice and strong. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lift that head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today and speak with others, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling deeply. And a big cleansing exhale. And again, inhale it deeply. And big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you.